On September 12, 1997, 6 men robbed the Dunbar Armored Facility on Mateo Street in downtown Los Angeles, California, of $18.9 million. The robbery was planned by Alan Pace III of Compton with his childhood friends, Eric Damon Boyd of Buena Park, Eugene Lamar Hill Jr. of Bellflower, Freddie Lynn McCrary Jr. of Arleta, Terry Wayne Brown Sr. of Los Angeles, and Thomas Lee Johnson of Las Vegas, Nevada. The group left behind almost no evidence until 2 years later, Hill accidentally gave a real estate broker a wad of cash tied up in the original currency strap. The broker contacted the police. Hill then confessed, implicating a further 5 robbers and 3 others who had helped launder the money. Pace was sentenced to 24 years in prison in 2001. Boyd was sentenced to 17 years, and the other 4 robbers received sentences between 8 and 10 years. 2 men who assisted in the money laundering were sentenced to 2.5 years each. Friends, let's know the whole incident in detail. If you're new on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe channel. The robbery was planned by Alan Pace III. Pace worked for Dunbar as a regional security inspector. While working for Dunbar, Pace had the time to plan the robbery, take photographs, and examine the company's Los Angeles armored car depot. He recruited 5 of his childhood friends and provided them with detailed floor plans and camera locations, ski masks, pistols, a shotgun, and radio headsets. The day before the robbery took place, Pace had been fired by Dunbar for tampering with company vehicles. On the night of Friday, September 12, 1997, the group of 6 men gathered at a house party to create an alibi. Before going to the store, where Pace used his keys to gain entry to the facility, Pace had timed the security cameras and determined how they could be bypassed. Pace knew the vault was open on Friday nights because of the large amount of money being moved. Overtaking the 2 vault guards, the robbers subdued all the employees with duct tape before they could pull off an alarm and fired shots. In 30 minutes, the robbers had loaded $18.9 million into a waiting U-Haul truck. Pace knew which bags contained the highest denominations and non-sequential bills. He also knew where the recording equipment for the security cameras was located and moved those as well. After the robbery was done, the group returned to the party they had been to earlier in the evening. The police immediately realized it was an inside job and kept a close eye on Pace because he had recently been fired from his job. After checking Pace, they found nothing on him. At the depot, investigators only found a plastic taillight lens, which matched a U-Haul truck. The gang worked hard to conceal their new wealth, waiting 6 months before attempting to launder the $18.9 million. They enlisted the help of Los Angeles immigration lawyer David Matsumoto and paid him and his office manager Joaquin Ben $1 million each for their assistance. Matsumoto laundered the money by structuring the transactions by buying cars and property. He also invested in companies and wrote checks. Matsumoto filled out W-2 tax forms so it would look like the robbers were earning wages. Pace also ran his own shell companies to launder even more money, and he used another man to help him buy properties so they would not be listed under Pace's name. 2 years after the robbery, Hill made a serious mistake when he paid a friend of his, a real estate broker. A stack of cash tied with a genuine branded currency strap. Becoming suspicious, the broker went to the police. Detectives discovered that Hill had rented a U-Haul on the day of the robbery. After being arrested, Hill soon confessed to the crime and named all the co-conspirators. Alan Pace, who initially pleaded innocent, was arrested on April 23, 2001, and sentenced to 24 years in prison and was held at the Federal Correctional Institution at Safford until his release on October 1, 2020. Another accomplice, Boyd, was sentenced to 17 years due to his use of a gun and previous criminal records. 4 others pleaded guilty. and received sentences ranging from 8 to 10 years. Matsumoto, also implicated, resigned from the state bar. He and Ben were tried on 71 counts related to money laundering and sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Less than a third of the money, $5 million, was ever recovered.